Some passions are found and some are inherited. For Alicia, horses has always been more than part of life. They've been her world, raised in a time where Cayman's cowboy culture was alive. Her journey began almost as soon as she could walk, guided by her father and the legacy rooted in the island's past. After loss, the passion didn't fade. It grew stronger, becoming something built on love, resilience, and purpose. Today, through Cayman Yeehaw, she's not just sharing an experience, she's keeping a tradition alive. Welcome to Authentic, where real stories meet real hearts. This is your sanctuary. A space for truth, transformation, and tender conversations. Here, we unmask the pressure to perform and lean into who we really are. Whether you're searching, healing, or rising, we see you. You are allowed to look good, feel good, and leave this space feeling bold. So, take a breath, be still, and come home to you. This is Authentic. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Authentic. I'm your host Rayan, and a show that we speak about healing and finding our authentic self. Today I am here with
Alyssa Powery with Cayman Yeehaw.
And today we are horseback riding. Would you ever believe it? Authenticity is all about trying new things, and we are honored to be here.
100%.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so what you're going to do is just hop right over. You can't with the high step.
I'm like, why?
All right, these look good for you. So what you're going to do is you're not going to put your feet in all the way. Just step them back right here.
Okay.
And then heel down, toes up, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wait, my neck.
I'm going to help you.
Okay.
All right, heel down.
Okay.
All right, so the only reason why we do that with the heels down is to keep your foot planted in the stirrup. If you got your toes facing down, your foot can slide through and it just gets stuck down in there, okay?
Okay.
So you just want to ride like this so that you feel secure.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do Western riding. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold these two together in one hand. So usually like the hand that you write with,
Okay.
all right? When we're walking along the beach, you're just gonna be relaxed. You're just gonna be chilling in the middle, not doing too much, okay?
Okay.
No overthinking.
Okay. I think that's the plan.
Me and Jim are gonna be on a ride, so we're gonna have you. So anything you need help with, we'll be right there.
Okay.
But so when we're walking on the beach, you're just gonna be relaxed, just chilling in the middle here. You don't need to be pulling her when she's walking, okay?
Okay.
So you don't want to hold it too tight. If we need a turn, it's gonna be right to go right. So you'll pull both of those. So
Okay.
how you have it, so it'll be right to go right, left to go left, okay?
Okay.
And if you need to slow down or stop, you're gonna pull right back to your belly button.
Okay.
Once she listens to any of your commands, you just relax.
Okay.
You don't want to keep pulling her because then she'll be like, ooh.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So when she's walking, you're just going to be chill, no pulling. If we need to do anything else, you just do that, all right? But we'll be right there, so don't worry about it.
So do I hold it, like you said, hold it with one hand, yeah?
Yeah, hold it with one hand, just relax, relax. Okay?
I mean,
you're here for the ride. All right. If your horse is not moving and you need your horse to go, you're going to use the back of both of your heels and just tap, 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 okay?
Okay.
But they're going to go once we move.
Okay.
But that's just for you to know. All right?
Understood.
Feel okay?
Yeah, I feel good.
I'm going to move you forward.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Lord. This is interesting.
All right.
Okay.
Woo!
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much again for joining us for another episode of Authentic.
Thank you for having me.
And today we are at Cayman Yeehaw.
Yes.
All right, so my first question to you is, for those who may not know you beyond the brand Yeehaw, who is Alyssa?
Well, I am a mom, so I have my son Todd, who's super into fishing. He likes to ride the horses sometimes as well. But honestly, my business and who I am outside of here is basically everything in one. Who I am outside of the business is the same person I am during business.
Yeah.
You'll probably never see me not in boots. I'll either be barefoot or on occasions maybe wearing Crocs. But this is not just a business, it's my lifestyle.
It's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes it authentic.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it comes from an organic place. And I always say to people, whatever comes effortless to you,
Yep,
that is your niche.
for sure. I've always gone by that. I agree.
All right. Mother, what's a cowgirl.
Oh yeah, to the fullest.
All right, multifaceted. She's another one of our multifaceted queens here in the
Yes.
Cayman Islands. All right. So my second question is, how did your love for horses begin, and what inspired you to turn it into a business?
So basically, growing up, my dad always had horses, and out here was actually a spot that he spent a lot of time out here with his horses. So back in the 80s and the 90s, they would race out here, bareback as well. And my dad had a legendary horse. His name was Ghost, and he used to win a lot of the races. So yeah. And growing up then, all the companies used to call me to come ride their horses because everybody knew my dad. And my dad actually passed away, and it kind of, I think it was already naturally in me with the horses, but when he passed, it just like put a burning sensation where I just needed to
legacy,
do this. Yeah. And anytime I was around horses, it was so natural for me, you know, like this is where my heart was happy. So I never took it that I would turn it into a business, you know, I just did it for fun. But over time, it just kind of fell into place. Yeah.
As you said,
Yeah.
it's authentic.
Yeah, what's natural is what's for you.
Yeah, you go with the flow. You can't fight, against the stream. You have to kind of go with the flow.
For sure, yeah.
As you would say, because we actually just did the whole tour.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Yes,
let's
we
talk about
did.
yeah. I was terrified.
He did really good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. You can check it off your bucket list.
Checked.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, so my other question is, all right, so you spoke about the inspiration, you spoke about the story about your
Yes.
dad and, the legendary horse Ghost.
Yes.
But let me ask you a little bit on that. Why was he called Ghost?
I don't know. He was a gray horse, which most people would say is a white horse, but in horse world it's gray.
Yeah.
So I think when he just seen that's his color, he just went with him being called Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah. Because for me, as a first timer and coming and hearing our horse name is Ghost, I would be.
I mean, he was Ghost like he gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be
So
like.
maybe that's why. I don't know. Yeah, I was just a baby back then, so couldn't tell you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so my other question is, was there a defining moment when you realized Cayman Yeehaw could have become something bigger?
I think that really what happened was this all happened by accident. None of this was on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, I never planned on the business, never planned on doing any of this. And basically I got a horse and he was in bad condition, and I just started making like little clips of me rehabilitating him and doing stuff with him. And people just started calling me and was like, hey, I actually have a horse that's here, and then some companies were closing down and they called me to come get their horses, and I started getting so many, and I'm like, I already work with horses and do this, so why am I not like,
making profit? Turn it into a business,
and this is what I love to do, right? So I took the risk, which was scary as hell, and we tried it, and it was hard, but I said, I have a son, so I said I wanted to do something a little bit different to for kids as well, not just make it like adult rides, tourist rides, like, you know. So we started doing parties with kids and stuff like that. That's how we started. And then we started doing the commercial rides, and I was like, this could actually be something really great, you know, and a little bit different from what everybody else is doing.
That is totally true. Because when I actually saw it online, I was surprised. I was like, wait, there's a place in Cayman that did this?
Yeah.
And I literally had to come down, and I have to say, she is one of the persons who I actually reached out to, and she was 100% ready to go, on board. She's like, yes, of course.
I'm always down, and
I love
anything to support, like, you know, the Caymanian ways and give people more knowledge about stuff. Like, I love being a part of everything. Eventually, you know, time goes on. Right now, we're in a new generation where I don't know, but we came along as technology kind of started getting into it.
Yeah.
So the generation before us is the last of their time without that, you know. So I really love documenting things and letting people be aware of what's going on. So this is special. Thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you for saying yes. All right, so we're moving on to our other question, which spoke about the business, we spoke about the inspiration, we spoke about the context within what Cayman Yeehaw is. So my other question is, what challenge did you face when building the business, and how do you navigate them? Because you said a little bit on, well, it was...
I think starting a business, first of all, no one knows you. No one knows what's going on. You got to make sure horses are trained and safe for people to ride. So the first challenge was, you know, getting the horses used to coming out on the beach. Second and main challenge was funding. Money to get equipment, to get horse feed, to even start all this, because I left my job then and then just
actually
went straight into it. So it was really difficult at the beginning, but we just kind of tried to have fun with it and say, you know what, you got to start somewhere, right? But yeah, I think financially was the hardest part. And then, but I got a group of my friends to come, and we just come riding out on the beach over and over again every day. And my horses just started to kind of get the drift of, okay, this is what we're supposed to be doing. And then, you know, we got our first customers and kind of went from there, and it just took off.
I agree with you, and I share that sentiment. It comes back to an interview that I did with a psychologist, and she said to me, one of the things when it comes on to anything you're doing in your life, you got to just put yourself out there and just create. Your tribe will come.
You've got to risk it. If you don't risk it, like it's not going to happen, right? But it doesn't mean that you're going to risk it and be successful, because at the beginning I was not successful, right? But I just didn't give up. I just kept saying, no, we're going to get it right. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing this. And I just tried to have faith in myself, because I put everything on the line. So when I did that, there was nothing else to fall back on.
That's it.
So it gave me the more motivation to just say, this is what's going to happen.
It has to work.
Yeah.
I
pretty much.
we all been there where we say it has to work.
Yeah, for sure.
So I agree with you on that. All right. So second phase of the question. How does your personal story influence the way you run and grow your brand?
I think growing up, I feel like people always try to put me in a box, and I never really, I tried, but I didn't like the box. And for me, like, I feel like I had, you know, a difficult time growing up, and I just always wanted to feel like safe, comfortable, happy, what we all want. And when I started my business, I didn't want it to be something that was a touristy thing or just a business. I want people to come and feel like you're with your family, you're with your friends, like something casual that you can remember. And I love memories, so I like making videos for people out here and doing that. So everything personal about me, you'll see during your ride, you know? I want a full connection, not just say, okay, you bought this, let's go.
Let's go.
I want you to have fun. I want you to make memories that can last you a lifetime.
So you humanize the experience.
Yes.
It's not just about profit, it's also about the people.
Profit is the last thing on my mind. It's about the experience.
I agree, and I say this a lot. People are willing to pay for quality. If you create something of quality, people are going to want to be a part of it. It's the win-win situation.
For sure.
All right, so this wouldn't be a show called Authentic if I'd never ask you this question, which I ask all my guests.
Okay.
So the question is, what does authenticity means to you as a business owner in the Cayman Islands?
I think being authentic means just being truly who you are, being free, and following your heart. And also, I think it means kind of sticking to your culture as well and evolving in that. And just be who you are, really. I feel like a lot of us try to do what we're told to do, and I think being authentic means doing what your heart and your soul is feeding you, and what feels right, or what feeds your heart and soul. Sorry, yeah.
I agree. Starting this whole brand and starting this whole concept of authentic, I know, especially in the Caribbean culture, it's a very strange thing for a lot of us.
Well, we need it. We need strange. We need different.
Oh yeah, and I say it a lot of times. We need that. We need everybody to be their unique self. And one of the things, really, why I started it, and I'm preaching this, is because as young people, I think we've lost touch with our individuality.
Yes,
everybody
I agree.
is almost like a copy of someone else.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being you.
Yeah, and that's why I say that as a definition, because I feel like that's really what it means, If everyone was the same, there'd be nothing exciting about the world. So we have to authentically be ourselves for everyone to experience something different, whether it's your personality or an experience, whatever, So I think we should all stay true to being who we are.
Yeah.
And there's always room for growth, we all grow off of each other. So if you're being authentically you, I get a chance to experience that and maybe say, well, I like that vibe,
You trigger someone else to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. All right, so we're approaching to the end of the interview. And I have a question for you, which is, how does staying connected to your purpose while managing the reality of entrepreneurship?
I think it goes back to the beginning of what I said, is just, I might be an entrepreneur and, running a business, but I never wake up in the morning and think I'm going to work. I'm just like, I'm going to go do what I love and what I do every day. And, even on my time off, I'll go ride a horse, like that's
it's
what
ingrained in just your life.
There's no disconnection between I'm waking up and going to work, and I'm waking up and going to have fun. It's the same thing every day. So it's all connected, If I can have a day off to rest, that's always nice. But this is a 24/7 job. But
I would agree.
Once you look at it as work, then it takes all the fun away. This is where, if I'm having a bad day or I feel sick or not doing well, and I go out to my farm or my stables or out here on the beach, I automatically feel better. So that's how I stay connected, is just doing what I love. Yeah, I've worked in restaurants, I've worked in offices, I've worked in jewelry stores, I've done it all, and nothing ever clicked with me, and I was wondering, how am I going to do this for the rest of my life, And then when I started working out here on the beach for another company with the horses, I was like, holy shit, this is it. I don't know if I can say that. But
You're good. We'll beat
But that's how I stay connected. I just fully investing in it,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not really an answer. It's just a feeling.
It's just, you just go with it.
Yeah.
It goes what comes natural. And if that's not the epitome of authenticity, I don't know what is. All right, so I'm going to ask you, this is not the final question.
Yeah.
There's a question after this, and then,
all right.
we're going to be disembarking. So the question is, I want you to look into the camera, and for the young Caymanian out there thinking about, is this my purpose? Is this my passion? What is my reality?
Yeah.
What am I doing? I want to start this, music, art, whatever it is. I want you to look in the camera, and I want you to give that person some advice.
Well, throughout a lot of what I've said, it's going to be pretty similar. But if you got to risk it, you got to try. And if you fail, it is not the end. At least you tried, and you keep trying. And if it's something that is in your soul burning you that you have to do, then you just keep going. If it doesn't work out the first time, it doesn't mean you failed. You keep going, you keep trying, change a new route, learn from other people. I think a lot of people stay closed-minded, and it's like, oh, I know everything, or this is my passion, I know what I'm talking about. It's good to take advice from other people. learn from other people's experiences, and don't be afraid to jump in and try it yourself. I think that's the best thing you could do.
Well said. I don't think I could ever say it any better.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. All right. So my final question now to you is, what legacy or impact do you hope Cayman Yeehaw continues to have with the community?
I hope that our legacy will be that people in the community remember us for being very family orientated and, wanting to bring out the best in people rather than like what I touched on earlier, than just being a business, something you're just booking and going with. I don't ever want to be like that. Mm-hmm. I want to be a place that people remember and say, I had fun, I made some good memories that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And what was the second part of your question? It was legacy, and you said
community.
Oh, and community. Yeah. I feel like at the beginning I really wanted to give back to the community, and I still do. Like I love being a part of Cayman's culture and community. I feel like a lot of us are kind of losing touch, or or maybe not us, but people that are seeing what Cayman is think that we're losing touch. Mm-hmm. So I always want to stay in that culture of us continuing traditions and doing stuff like that. Like, even during like Easter time, all the campers come out here, and that goes back from hundreds of years ago. Mm-hmm. That is a tradition that we've stuck to. And during Easter, like, we'll close down our business and, come join in the fun. I don't ever want to be somebody that's stepping on anybody's territory or mm-hmm. doing anything. Yeah. I want us to always be a part of the community and help the community where we can. Yeah. And I want younger kids and people to see, what a how you can do hard work and have fun doing it. Yeah. I think that's important.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because when people think about work, they think
it's like, oh,
Jesus.
No, you want to go to work and be like, yeah.
That's exactly when you do exactly what you love.
Yeah. Like, and I do that with my son. It was very important for me that when I had my son, I really want him to grow up with the animals, to see that, hard work is very important, and it shapes your character, but you can also have fun and enjoy doing the hard work.
I agree.
Yeah, and especially with social media, like social media is great, but you don't want to lose touch with
reality.
Yeah.
And what is. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's it.
Well said. You heard it from Alyssa herself, the founder, the owner of Cayman Yeehaw. All right. So, as always, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and always remember to be a seeker of knowledge, because knowledge is power.
Facts.
Authentically approved. So knowledge is power, and true authenticity can never be replicated.
I agree.
You heard it from the multifaceted queen, the owner, the founder. Which is the barefoot queen?
Yes, barefoot queen.
All right.
Barefoot and boots. So
barefoot boots.
One or the other.
All right. All right. Remember that true authenticity, as I said, cannot be replicated, and we are the seekers and the founders of information, and as young people we have a responsibility to empower ourselves and empower the generations behind us, and help them to keep up. Yeah And love yourself
always.
100%.
Yeah We're on this.
Let's go.
All right,
we have come to the end of another episode of Authentic. We did a feature with Cayman Yeehaw. I'm your host, Rayan. Alyssa, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you as well.
And we will be riding off in the sunset.
Later.
All right, thank you guys so much again.